Guerrero 7:56 on this Thursday. Great to see you. Speaking of options, should he stay or should he go? Vladdy Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's the deal, folks. This season, he's under contract for the Jays. Next season, 2025, under contract for the Jays. Once 2025 is done, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., if he's not still tied up with the Toronto Blue Jays, can basically do whatever he wants. Yesterday, we found out that an arbitration hearing between the Jays and Vladdy for his 2024 salary had been completed. Vladdy wanted $20 million. The Jays offered $18. A panel of 3 arbiters said, you know what, Vladdy, you had a down year in 2023, but we think you deserve the raise. So Vladdy Guerrero Jr. basically won the largest arbitration award in the history of Major League Baseball at $19.9 million. The Jays go in and make their case. Vladdy makes his case. We are still waiting for the details on how awkward this was because the Jays basically had to rip him for like 35 straight minutes in their case. These things can get dicey, but Vladdy short-term has won. Long-term, there are never any real winners here, Mayor, and the fan base now are doing a couple things. The most important is what has now happened between the relationship of the Jays and Vladdy Guerrero Jr., and how nervous should they be in this moment? Because I think they should be. These things are nasty.
Well, anytime you go to any kind of arbitration, I mean, even if you take it out of baseball and sport and put it into your life or, you know, your relationship or anything that requires an arbiter, means that the two sides are not copacetic. And that is challenging when you're on the same team. That is challenging moving forward in a season. I mean, happy early birthday to him with this windfall.
Yes.
He turned 25 on March 19th. Do we know if he was present? We assume he wasn't.
We don't know the details yet of whether or not he was in the room. Some players want to be in the room. Like, I remember when PK Subban and the Habs began an arbitration process, and he was in the room at the time, and it just started, and Jeff Molson, the owner, did not like the tenor of it immediately, and they settled after the first day.
Yeah, like,
so they took care of it.
I'd want to be in the room.
Would you like to be in the room?
Yeah, I'd want to be in the room.
I don't know if I'd like to be in the room. I know how imperfect I am.
Yeah.
I don't need to be reminded.
Look, if I want that money and you don't want to give it to me, I want to know why. I want all eyes open. Yeah. I want to be in the room.
That's a very interesting question.
And then I think, potentially, that the negotiation could go faster. Because, like, oh, we don't want to say all this stuff in front of her. Give me the money.
Oh, but you think that would stop if you were going to arbitration with the Jays? You think your presence in the room would stop the Jays?
I mean, if I ever go into arbitration with the Jays, the world is ending. Like, we need to move on. Yeah, they don't want anything to do with me.
We don't know whether Vladdy was in the room, but what we can tell you is the Blue Jays once again made an argument to someone this offseason and lost, and this is now becoming a pattern. Let's tell it like it is. Going for Ohtani, it's worth the swing. Devastating when it doesn't work. This offseason, they brought in Justin Turner, and that's it. This arbitration hearing, they made an argument. It didn't go their way. Pitchers and catchers report Wednesday. The tone from this organization towards a fan base, never mind me, because I wake up cynical. I see what's going on out here, though. This is not a me issue. This fan base is in a weird spot. And normally, you know, pitchers and catchers report, and they're going to get that feeling like tomorrow. It's 13 degrees. It's like spring's coming. Baseball's around the corner. There's a weird vibe with this team. Hopefully they have a good year. If they don't, mamma mia. But yes.